Do you remember Prince Akeem's Search for a Queen in New York? The movie gave us laughter, romance, and some of the most unforgettable characters of the 1980s. But nearly 4 decades later, many of those familiar faces are gone, including Oscar winners, Emmy winners, and Hollywood legends. Some fought heartbreaking health battles for years, while others left the world in ways that shocked fans. Today, we're remembering the stars we've sadly lost. John Amos as Cleo McDowell. Now we have John Amos, who portrayed Cleo McDowell, the hard-working restaurant owner and protective father of Lisa McDowell in Coming to America, at the age of 48 when the film premiered in 1988. Born on December 27, 1939 in Newark, New Jersey, he brought warmth, humor, and authenticity to the role, creating one of the movie's most beloved father figures. The performance further strengthened a career already defined by groundbreaking work in Roots and Good Times. Sadly, John Amos passed away on August 21, 2024, in California at the age of 84 due to heart failure. However, the news remained hidden from the public for more than a month and was not announced until October 1, 2024, creating immediate confusion and controversy. His passing marked the loss of a television pioneer whose Emmy-nominated performance in Roots helped change American television history. The final years of Amos's life were overshadowed by painful family conflict and public scandal. His daughter, Shannon Amos, publicly accused her brother, K.C. Amos, of elder abuse and financial manipulation while their father reportedly struggled with Lewy body dementia. The dispute escalated dramatically in 2023 when K.C. was arrested after allegedly sending threatening messages to Shannon. Then came the most shocking twist of all. After John Amos died in August 2024, K.C. reportedly arranged for his cremation just 9 days later without informing Shannon or several other family members. The controversy sparked national headlines and turned the final chapter of Amos's life into a heartbreaking family battle, leaving fans mourning not only a beloved actor, but also the turmoil that surrounded his final days. James Earl Jones as King Jaffe. Joffer. Now, we have James Earl Jones, who portrayed King Jaffe Joffer, the wise and powerful father of Prince Akeem in Coming to America, already 57 years old when the film was released in 1988. Born on January 17, 1931, in Arkabutla, Mississippi, he brought dignity, authority, and an unforgettable presence that made the fictional king feel larger than life. The role became another celebrated chapter in a career that also gave the world the voices of Darth Vader and Mufasa. Sadly, James Earl Jones passed away on September 9, 2024, at the age of 93 at his home in New York. His death marked the end of one of the most extraordinary careers in entertainment history. As one of the rare EGOT winners, he earned Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony recognition while inspiring generations through his legendary voice and commanding performances. Behind that iconic voice was a lifetime of adversity. As a child, Jones struggled with a severe stutter that left him virtually silent for years, making communication a daily challenge. Acting eventually helped him overcome that fear and transformed what once felt like a weakness into one of the most recognizable voices in the world. Personal tragedy struck again in 2016, when his wife of more than 3 decades, Cecilia Hart, died from ovarian cancer, leaving him to continue life alongside their son, Flynn Earl Jones. During his later years, he quietly managed type 2 diabetes while continuing to work and inspire audiences, proving that the resilience behind the man was every bit as remarkable as the characters he portrayed. Louis Anderson as Maurice. Now, we have Louis Anderson, who portrayed Maurice, the fast-talking employee at the McDowell's restaurant, who added extra humor to Coming to America, having reached 35 years of age when the film premiered in 1988. Born on March 24, 1953, in St. Paul, Minnesota, he brought an energetic comedic style that perfectly matched the film's lighthearted tone. The role became one of the early highlights in a career that later turned him into one of America's most beloved comedians. Sadly, Louis Anderson passed away on January 21, 2022, at a hospital in Las Vegas at the age of 68. His death came shortly after he was diagnosed with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma and underwent treatment. Tributes poured in from across the entertainment world, honoring a comedian whose career had spanned more than 4 decades and included a Primetime Emmy Award for Baskets in 2016 and 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for Life with Louis. The battle that ended his life was only the final chapter of a much longer struggle. Anderson spent decades fighting obesity and recurring heart-related health problems. Comedy became both an escape and a survival tool, eventually helping him build a career that included best-selling books, stand-up specials, the animated series Life with Louis, and his Emmy-winning performance as Christine Baskets. Yet despite the setbacks, Anderson transformed pain into laughter for millions, making his success all the more remarkable and his loss all the more heartbreaking. Paul Bates as Oha. Now, we have Paul Bates, who portrayed Oha, Prince Akeem's loyal royal attendant known for his unforgettable operatic singing voice in Coming to America at 30 years old when the film was released in 1988. Born on October 28, 1957, in New York City, he brought charm, humor, and theatrical flair that helped make the character one of the movie's most memorable supporting figures. His performance remains one of the most quoted and beloved moments from the film decades later. As of 2026, Paul Bates is 68 years old and continues to enjoy a quiet life while remaining active in the entertainment industry. Over the years, he has appeared in notable projects such as Die Hard 2, 1990, True Colors, 1991, and Jordan Peele's acclaimed horror film Get Out, 2017. Although he has never sought the spotlight as aggressively as some of his co-stars, he continues to be celebrated by fans of Coming to America. One reason Bates has remained respected for so long is the consistency of his career. Beyond his memorable role in Coming to America, he built an impressive resume across film, television, and Broadway, working steadily for nearly 4 decades. His appearance in Get Out, one of the most acclaimed films of 2017 with an Academy Award-winning screenplay, introduced him to a new generation of viewers, while Die Hard 2 remains one of the highest-grossing action films of its era. Though he has largely stayed away from celebrity headlines, his longevity and continued work stand as proof of a successful and enduring career in entertainment. Calvin Lockhart as Colonel Izzy. Now, we have Calvin Lockhart, who portrayed Colonel Izzy, the wealthy and influential father determined to arrange a royal marriage for his daughter in Coming to America, having reached 54 years of age when the film was released in 1988. Born on October 18, 1934, in Nassau, Bahamas, he brought confidence, charisma, and commanding screen presence that made the character impossible to ignore. The role added to a career that had already established him as one of the most recognizable black actors of the 1970s. Sadly, Calvin Lockhart passed away on March 29, 2007, at the age of 72 in Nassau, Bahamas. His death followed severe complications from a stroke after he had returned to his homeland later in life. The loss marked the end of a career that had spanned more than 4 decades across film, television, and theater. The health crisis that ended his life came after years of overcoming challenges that extended far beyond the screen. During the 1960s and 1970s, Lockhart frequently spoke about the limited opportunities available to black actors in Hollywood, often finding himself forced to fight for roles with depth and dignity. Despite those barriers, he built an impressive resume that included Cotton Comes to Harlem, 1970, Let's Do It Again, 1975, and appearances in the hit television series Dynasty. Away from acting, he shared his life with his wife, Jennifer Miles, and their 2 sons, while continuing to advocate for better representation in the industry. His success made him a trailblazer for future generations, proving that talent and persistence could overcome obstacles that once seemed impossible to break through. Madge Sinclair as Queen Aolion. Now, we have Madge Sinclair, who portrayed Queen Aolion, the elegant and supportive mother of Prince Akeem in Coming to America, already 50 years old when the film premiered in 1988. Born on April 28, 1938 in Kingston, Jamaica, she brought warmth, grace, and quiet strength that perfectly complemented the royal family of Zamunda. The role became one of the defining performances in a career that earned her 5 Emmy nominations and widespread respect throughout television and film. Sadly, Madge Sinclair passed away on December 20, 1995, at the age of 57 after a long battle with leukemia. Her death came at a time when she was still highly respected in the entertainment industry and continued to deliver acclaimed performances. Fans also remembered her as the voice of Queen Sarabi in The Lion King, 1994, where she reunited with James Earl Jones, who voiced Mufasa. The illness that claimed her life had been part of her story for more than a decade. Sinclair reportedly fought leukemia for 13 years while continuing to work, earn major acting roles, and build one of the most respected careers of her generation. Despite repeated health challenges, she won a Primetime Emmy Award in 1991 for Gabriel's Fire and remained active on screen almost until the end of her life. Supported by her husband, Richard Johnston, she faced her condition with remarkable determination, making her eventual passing all the more heartbreaking for colleagues and audiences who believed many more great performances still lay ahead. Don Ameche as Mortimer Duke. Now, we have Don Ameche, who portrayed Mortimer Duke, the wealthy and manipulative Duke brother whose bet sets the entire story of Trading Places and later connects to Coming to America, already 80 years old when the film premiered in 1988. Born on May 31, 1908, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, he brought sophistication, wit, and decades of Hollywood experience to the role. His performance added another memorable chapter to a career that had already spanned more than half a century. Sadly, Don Ameche passed away on December 6, 1993, at the age of 85. He died at his son Don Ameche Jr.'s home in Arizona after battling metastatic prostate cancer. His passing came only weeks after completing work on Corrina, 1994, the final film of a remarkable career that had lasted more than 60 years. The final years of Ameche's life were marked by both triumph and loss. In 1986, he suffered the heartbreaking death of his wife, Honore Brandon, ending a marriage that had lasted more than 50 years and produced 6 children. Yet even in his late 70s and 80s, he refused to slow down. His career experienced an extraordinary resurgence after winning the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for Cocoon, 1985, leading to major roles in Trading Places, Coming to America, Cocoon, The Return, and Oscar, 1991. While his health gradually declined, he continued working almost until the end, leaving behind one of the longest and most celebrated careers in Hollywood history. Montrose Hagans as Grandma Jenks. Now, we have Montrose Hagans, who portrayed Grandma Jenks, the elderly woman who unknowingly became part of one of Coming to America's most memorable New York moments, already 59 years old when the film premiered in 1988. Born on May 11, 1924 in North Carolina, she brought warmth, authenticity, and natural charm that made even a brief appearance stand out. The role introduced her to a wider audience and added to a career that would later include appearances in popular television comedies and films. Sadly, Montrose Hagans passed away on October 24, 2012, at the age of 88 in California. Her death came after a long life devoted to both education and entertainment. Fans remembered her for appearances in productions such as The Golden Girls, Seinfeld, and Critters 2, where her unique personality made her a recognizable character actress. Long before Hollywood discovered her talent, Hagins spent years serving as an elementary school teacher in public schools, dedicating her life to educating children. Acting became a second career rather than a lifelong ambition, making her success even more remarkable. Unlike many performers chasing fame, she maintained a modest and private lifestyle while steadily building credits across television and film during the later years of her life. Her journey from the classroom to Hollywood remains one of the most unusual and inspiring stories connected to the Coming to America cast. Ralph Bellamy as Randolph Duke. Now we have Ralph Bellamy, who portrayed Randolph Duke, the calculating elder Duke brother whose ruthless schemes helped drive the events of Trading Places and Coming to America, having reached 84 years of age when the film was released in 1988. Born on June 17, 1904 in Chicago, Illinois, he brought authority, charm, and veteran screen presence that made the character instantly believable. The role served as yet another highlight in a career that had already made him one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Sadly, Ralph Bellamy passed away on November 29, 1991, at the age of 87. He died at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles following complications from a chronic lung illness. His death came only 4 years after receiving an honorary Academy Award in 1987, recognizing more than 6 decades of contributions to film, television, and theater. The final chapter of Bellamy's life reflected both personal stability and extraordinary professional achievement. While many stars of his generation faded from public view, Bellamy remained active well into his 80s, continuing to appear in major productions and receiving industry-wide recognition. His career included an Oscar nomination for The Awful Truth, 1937, more than 100 film and television credits, and leadership roles in the Actors Equity Association that helped shape American theater. Away from the spotlight, he experienced 4 marriages before finding lasting happiness with his 4th wife, Alice Murphy, whom he remained married to from 1949 until his death. By the time he passed away, Bellamy was widely regarded as one of the last living links to Hollywood's golden age. Helen Hanft as New York Citizen. Now, we have Helen Hanft, who portrayed the outspoken New York citizen seen on the streets of Queens in Coming to America, having reached 54 years of age when the film was released in 1988. Born on April 4, 1934 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she brought the sharp wit and larger-than-life personality that had already made her a legend of New York theater. Even in a brief role, her distinctive style was instantly recognizable. Sadly, Helen Hanft passed away on May 30, 2013, at the age of 79 in Manhattan. She died following complications from colorectal cancer after a lengthy period of treatment. Her passing marked the end of a career that had earned her the nickname Queen of Off-Broadway and the admiration of generations of theater lovers. The struggle that defined much of Hanft's life was not fame, but survival in one of the most demanding artistic communities in the world. For decades, she devoted herself to New York theater, often working through financial uncertainty while pursuing challenging stage roles instead of commercial success. She never married and spent most of her life focused almost entirely on her craft. Her dedication eventually led to acclaimed appearances in Woody Allen films such as Manhattan, 1979, and Stardust Memories, 1980, along with countless stage performances that established her reputation as one of off-Broadway's most respected actresses. Though she never became a household name, her influence on New York theater remained significant long after her passing. Billy Gordon as Large Woman. Now, we have Billy Gordon, who portrayed the large woman presented as Prince Akeem's potential bride in Coming to America at just 33 years old when the film premiered in 1988. Born on September 2, 1954, she brought memorable physical comedy to one of the film's most talked-about scenes. Although her screen appearance was brief, it became one of the most recognizable moments in the movie's early storyline. Sadly, Billy Gordon passed away on May 13, 2018, at the age of 63 in Los Angeles. Her death was reportedly linked to acute heart failure following years of severe health complications associated with obesity. The loss marked the end of an extraordinary life that extended far beyond the entertainment industry. The health struggles that shaped her later years ultimately transformed the direction of her entire life. At one point, Gordon's weight reportedly exceeded 300 kilograms, leading to serious cardiovascular problems and a long battle with binge eating disorder. Instead of allowing those challenges to define her, she left show business and pursued higher education, eventually earning a doctorate and becoming a respected researcher, author, and specialist, studying the relationship between the brain and obesity. Her journey from comedic actress to academic expert remains one of the most unusual and inspiring success stories connected to the Coming to America cast. Eddie Murphy as Prince Akeem. Now, we have Eddie Murphy, who portrayed Prince Akeem, the wealthy African prince who travels to Queens in search of true love, at just 27 years old when Coming to America premiered in 1988. Born on April 3, 1961 in Brooklyn, New York, he brought charisma, humor, and star power that helped turn the film into a comedy classic. The role became one of the defining performances of a career that would make him one of the biggest comedy stars in Hollywood history. As of 2026, Eddie Murphy is 65 years old and remains one of the most successful entertainers of his generation. His career includes blockbuster hits such as The Nutty Professor, Beverly Hills Cop, and Shrek, where he voiced Donkey, one of animation's most beloved characters. He also earned an Academy Award nomination and won a Golden Globe for his acclaimed performance in Dreamgirls 2006, while continuing to headline major film projects decades after his breakthrough. Behind the success was a personal life that often attracted as much attention as his career. Murphy became the father of 10 children with 5 different women, making his family life a frequent subject of tabloid coverage. The most public controversy came in 2006 when former Spice Girls singer Mel B announced she was pregnant with his child, and Murphy initially denied paternity before a DNA test, later confirmed he was the father. Despite years of media scrutiny and highly publicized relationships, his personal life gradually became more stable after his 2018 engagement to Australian model Paige Butcher. Today, he balances a large family with a career that has generated billions of dollars at the global box office, cementing his place as one of comedy's most enduring icons. Shari Headley as Lisa McDowell. Now, we have Shari Headley, who portrayed Lisa McDowell, the intelligent, independent daughter who captured Prince Akeem's heart in Coming to America at just 24 years old when the film was released in 1988. Born on July 15, 1964 in Queens, New York, she brought elegance, confidence, and warmth that helped make Lisa one of the most beloved romantic leads of the era. The role remains the performance most closely associated with her career and introduced her to audiences around the world. As of 2026, Shari Headley is 61 years old and continues to work in television and film. Beyond Coming to America, she became well known for her work in the long-running soap opera All My Children, and later gained renewed recognition through Tyler Perry's hit drama The Haves and the Have-Nots. She remains active in the entertainment industry while also dedicating time to charitable causes. Behind her successful career was a difficult chapter in her personal life. In 1993, she married singer and actor Christopher Martin, but the relationship ended in divorce just 2 years later after irreconcilable differences. Following the separation, Headley focused on raising their son, Skylar Martin, largely as a single mother while continuing to build her acting career. Balancing parenthood and professional demands was not always easy, yet she persevered and remained a respected presence in television. Today, she is known not only for her acting achievements, but also for supporting organizations that help women and children affected by domestic violence, giving new purpose to the later years of her career. Arsenio Hall as Semmi. Now, we have Arsenio Hall, who portrayed Semmi, Prince Akeem's loyal best friend, confidant, and comic sidekick in Coming to America, already 32 years old when the film premiered in 1988. Born on February 12, 1956 in Cleveland, Ohio, he brought quick wit, infectious energy, and impeccable comedic timing that made Semmi one of the movie's most beloved characters. The role helped launch him into superstardom just as he was becoming one of the biggest personalities in American television. As of 2026, Arsenio Hall is 70 years old and remains active in entertainment. He is still best known for hosting the Arsenio Hall Show from 1989 to 1994, a groundbreaking late-night program that attracted major guests and became a cultural phenomenon. In recent years, he has continued performing stand-up comedy, making television appearances, and maintaining a close relationship with his son, Arsenio Jr. One of the most surprising chapters of Hall's life came when he stepped away from the spotlight at the height of his fame. During the mid-1990s, while many expected him to expand his television empire, he chose instead to focus on raising his son as a devoted single father. The decision meant sacrificing lucrative opportunities and stepping away from a level of fame few entertainers ever experience. Although the transition brought financial pressures and personal uncertainty, Hall has repeatedly described fatherhood as one of the most rewarding choices of his life. Today, his successful return to stand-up and continued popularity with audiences reflect a career built not only on fame, but also on personal conviction and family values. Eric LaSalle as Daryl Jenks. Now, we have Eric LaSalle, who portrayed Daryl Jenks, Lisa McDowell's wealthy, arrogant, and highly ambitious boyfriend in Coming to America, at just 26 years old when the film premiered in 1988. Born on July 23, 1962, in Hartford, Connecticut, he brought confidence and intensity that made Daryl one of the film's most memorable rivals to Prince Akeem. Although he appeared in only one film of the franchise and declined to return for the sequel, the role helped introduce him to a much wider audience. As of 2026, Eric LaSalle is 63 years old and remains a respected figure in television both in front of and behind the camera. He is best known for portraying Dr. Peter Benton in the groundbreaking medical drama ER, 1994 to 2009, a role that earned him multiple Emmy and Golden Globe nominations. More recently, audiences recognized him in major productions such as Logan, 2017, while his directing credits have continued to grow across numerous successful television series. Unlike the ambitious businessman he played in Coming to America, LaSalle built his reputation through discipline, professionalism, and creative ambition. After achieving fame on ER, where he appeared in more than 170 episodes, he successfully transitioned into directing and producing, working on acclaimed series including Chicago PD, Law and Order, SVU, FBI, and The Equalizer. Throughout a career spanning nearly 4 decades, he has remained notably private, never marrying and rarely discussing his personal relationships publicly. By focusing almost entirely on his craft rather than celebrity culture, LaSalle has quietly built one of the most successful and respected careers among the Coming to America cast. So, from Oscar winners and Emmy legends to beloved comedy stars, each of them left behind a remarkable legacy that still lives on today. What surprised you the most about the actors we lost from Coming to America? Let us know your thought in the comment. If you enjoyed this look back at the cast, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your favorite memory of the film in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Then and Now.